One, two, three, four, five. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cigar Talk again. This is Dano, and welcome back to All Things Philippines. I'm here today to talk to you again about life in the Philippines. Yes, me and my asawa have been living here for a while now, and we're retired here, permanent residents. And today, again in our cigar talk, we're going to talk about another topic. But today's a pipe day. Now, if you watch a lot of vlogs from these bloggers from all over the place, if you've been inquisitive and you watch a lot of them from all over, from Thailand and from the Philippines and all that, you've seen their infighting and stuff and attacking each other, and they love drama. They love drama here. But have you ever noticed that when you make a comment on their live or in their chat, that your comment, you're thinking a certain way when you put that comment in there, but then they take that comment differently to make it think that you said something negative about them on the topic or something. Isn't that amazing? That's why you really can't communicate on text, except maybe a few words. Can't write a paragraph, so you have to be precise when you type it in. But when you type it in, you're either too fast typing it in and you misspell a word, or the thought that you had up here that sounded good to you doesn't come out in the comment is right. So now they're negative on you. It comes out negative. So what are you going to do? Get butthurt? Huh? These vloggers are so sensitive. They got thin skin, because you're dealing with their money, and then they'll attack you as a troll because you don't agree with what they say. Isn't that something? They just want everybody to come on and agree with them all the time, 24/7 is what it sounds like to me. As many times as I've watched these vloggers, it cracks you up. So if you're a candidate for coming to the Philippines, to enjoy the Philippines, to retire, or as a tourist, have a thick skin, when you're making comments online. Because some of you from afar off, abroad, may be asking questions to some of them and may not get an answer sometimes because there's so many comments. They try to keep up with them or they don't get to them all. So you really don't get the answer you need. You get a short little answer real quick when they're going down the different questions or or comments that people make. So you have to be patient. Don't get butthurt. Don't have your feelings get hurt. Don't come here with a thin skin, man. You got to come here with a thick skin, because not everybody's going to like what you say. You know what I'm saying? But I love the Philippines, man. I love the Philippines. It's beautiful here. And the reason it's beautiful here is because I don't get involved in all that vlogging crap. I don't get involved in the drama. I watch it. I comment here and there, but I don't threaten nobody. I just comment. Whether they like my comment or not, or they go over the comment, they don't read it, I really don't care, because I'm not into that drama, but I like watching it, and I may or may not subscribe to that channel, but hey, I'll like it or dislike it, whichever it is. But YouTube got so woke, that that's the way it goes. But you want to be smart when you come here and listen to expats and their comments on there. It just almost seems like they all want you to agree with what they said. And I don't agree with a lot of what some of these expats say. I really don't. If you've watched my two other channels about health, that isn't talked about too much on these bloggers. They don't talk about it. All they do is attack other expats if someone gets sick and wants you to pay up their bill, bail them out. But I've talked about those two areas, so if you want to look at those two areas and look at them again, you can, but don't get butthurt, man, over your feelings here. I don't know how many guys come here to the Philippines and think they're going to vlog and make money and become a real topper. A lot of people, man, subscribing to their vlogs, and they end up failing. because drama sells. My channel, personally, is not monetized. I do this just naturally. If you want to know how to live in the Philippines and have a good life, I can help you with that. Because we're doing it. Me and my asawa, my Filipino wife, we're doing it. You know, we've been married 9 years. We love it. We love it here. You know, get your perspective before you come to the Philippines. I don't know how many times I can express that to somebody looking at the Philippines and listening to these vloggers wanting to come here to the Philippines. It sounds so magical. It sounds like they're having a ball, sitting there at the bars and drinking and chatting about the girls and all this stuff and who's better than what, and some of them are arguing and fighting, and it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, that's not why I came here. But if that's what you're into, there's plenty of that here for you. You know, there's plenty of that here for you. But I want to enjoy a peaceful life. I didn't come here to complain about life. Because we as foreigners, from wherever you come from, Australia, Britain, China, Japan, British, UK, you know, New Zealand, wherever you come from, it's better here for us because of the exchange. So plan your retirement before you get here. Just don't watch these guys and they make it seem so easy. Most of these guys don't own homes. You know, there's some that own homes, but there's others that own condos. Now, why would you ever want to live in a condo? I have no idea. And be in 4 walls in a high rise in here in the Philippines. I don't see it. But you know what it is? Expats are like pillows. Expats need other expats. They need pillows. They can't be alone and be autonomous and be independent. They got to be with other expats. And thank God my wife was not from a touristy area. She's from Tarlac originally. She's not from Surigao Island. She's not from Boracay. She's not from Baguio. She's not from Angeles City. She's not from Manila. And all those touristy areas, or Dumaguete, you know, or Makati, she wasn't from there, and I'm glad, because I don't want to be around all these expats, because they're not my friends. You know, I talked about that in another video. Those aren't your friends. Friends are ones that have been with you for a long time, that know your ins and outs, they know your likes and dislikes. I don't know anybody's except for what they are on vlogging. I really don't know them personally. I know I sat and had coffee with a lot of them, you know, but I don't play golf with them or go to the bars with them and hang out with girls, and, you know, I don't do that with them. But if that's what you want to do, you're more than welcome. It's your choice. So you have to be realistic when it comes to what your purpose is here for the Philippines, because you can get sidetracked. And if you watched a couple of my videos before, and you want to see how our house came when we bought the land and when it was being built and what it looks like now, I have videos of that you can go look at. The blessing of the house, the blessing of the car, they bless your car, you know, the traditions here. And it's been beautiful, man. It's been beautiful. I enjoy it. Don't try to get so involved in the drama. It's nice to watch, but don't take it seriously. For them, they take it seriously. They sue each other, copyright each other, get upset because someone talked about their wife or talked about their kid or stole the clip out of their thing and used it on another channel. Life is too short for that. But that's what you're going to have when you do vlogging in a central area as the Philippines, because most of those vlogs that the foreigners do here are seen from abroad. There are mostly all outside people watching it. So they have a different perspective of what they're looking at. It looks the tunnel vision of what they're looking at than actually living here and feeling the atmosphere and feeling the people and feeling the environment and the real laws that are here about shaming people in public, getting upset, you know. You don't want to be an angry person when you come here, because you can't yell and scream at Filipinos in the street. You don't like something that happened, just keep your mouth closed. You're a guest. Remember that too. You are a guest in the Philippines when you come here. You're a tourist. You're coming on a tourist visa. So you're a guest. Obey the rules and respect the Philippines. Don't attack the Philippine women. Don't attack the Philippines people. Don't attack the way they live. They lived that way before you were born. You know what I'm saying? This is just new to you. So you have to adjust to the society that you moved and left everything to come here. Or you're a tourist that came here just to experience in the touristy areas. And if that's all you do is just go to the touristy areas, you really don't have a full concept of the Philippines itself, because all you are is where all these expats are and where the highlights are. You're not living in the province. I live in the farmland. I live about 5 minutes from Tarlac City. We're in Tarlac. And it only takes about 5 minutes to get to the city, but we're in the farmland. It's quiet. You can see the mountains and the view all the way around from east to west. The mountains way out there. We're like in a valley. You know, central Luzon. You have northern Luzon, south Luzon, and central Luzon. But we love it, man. You know, you got to have a sense of humor too. You can't get too serious, man. And it's so many of these expats get butthurt from people challenging their channels, cussing them out on the channels, this and that. They threaten to copyright you and sue you, and the Philippines is getting sick of it, man. They're getting sick of it. They're cracking down on these vloggers that think that they own the Philippines and they can videotape anything they want. But that's changing slowly. And plus, why do you want to monetize your channel anyway, right? I mean, if they take 30% of what you get to vlog, that means that you're going to have to change up what you're vlogging, because there's only certain people like certain things. And there is a lot of people that like drama. So if you don't put any drama in there, or like some of these expats do, they put their wives on there in their skimpy little outfits. They show them doing yoga, or they show them doing exercises, stretchies and stuff. You know, I mean, come on now, really? I will not do that with my wife. Of course, she won't do it either. But I don't need to do that to get views. If you don't like what I'm talking about, which is the real way to have retirement in the Philippines, not this go seek 'em young guy videos, you know, guys that are 60, 80, 70 years old, getting these young women. And then as you're here, you watch them get separated. And 3 or 4 just got separated recently, man. It didn't work out, you know, it didn't work out. So it's a hit and miss thing, you know. But be aware of it. You know, when you come here to the Philippines, look at everything. Do your research. I always say do your research. I can't say it enough. Too many expats come here from different places, Australia, Britain. Some of them go too much drinking, they get drunk, they walk down in there. PNP has to pick them up off the street. You know, it's sad, it really is, you know. But we are guests here. So if you're a guest in somebody's house and you're coming there to live, to see if you want to live here permanently and enjoy the lifestyle, then be a good guest. Respect the laws. You know, be kind. You know, show respect. Don't show disrespect by demeaning the Filipino people, making fun of them. A lot of expats have done that, and a lot of them have gotten in trouble. Don't get complacent when you come here and think that, oh, well, you can get away with this, you can get away with that. You won't, because NBI, which is the FBI in the states, in our states, is the FBI here, the BNI, and they watch YouTubes. They watch them to see what people are doing. And so you want to be very careful of what you say on there. Now, I don't talk politics online. I'll see people talk about it online, but you can't have a conversation with someone who's showing a video and they're doing a vlog and they're talking about politics. You can't really reply to them. Your 2-word little sentence in there about what they said you may disagree with, so you try to combat back to them, they're not going to like it. You can't have a real conversation like that. You need to have a one-on-one if you want to talk politics, but not online. I don't want to talk politics online. I don't want my videos, if ever looked at, say, oh, this guy's always talking politics. And one thing you should never do is talk about the politics of the Philippines here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't talk about the government of the Philippines here. You're a guest here. Remember that. I'm a permanent resident, but I'm still a guest. Me and my wife are permanent residents, but we're a guest. I'm not a resident naturally. I'm somewhat like a green card, and when you go to the States, if you leave here and go to the States or go from another country to the States, you get a green card, permanent resident green card. But I'm a permanent resident. So there's a lot of benefits with that too. But I just wanted to throw this little video out there to let you know that don't get butthurt. Don't get thin-skinned, and let people offend you. I've seen a lot of vloggers try to start up vlogs and then they get depressed because of all the negative comments. You'll see the comments. You watch them enough here, you'll see the vloggers that just love to attack each other, disagree with each other, want to copyright each other, want to go after each other. It's a shame, it really is, So we're not all here for the same purpose, is to retire. There's a lot of people here that are not retired, that are just tourists, extending their visas, and just sticking around and causing havoc, So if you come to the Philippines, enjoy the Philippines. It's a beautiful place, man. It is maganda here. It is maganda. It is beautiful. Anywhere you go, there's going to be the negative and there's going to be the positive. But one thing you can't do in the Philippines is compare the United States or any other country to the Philippines. You can't compare it or vice versa. Can't do that. It's a completely different culture. Completely different culture. The people are friendly. They're kind. They're nice. I know expats that all they do is have problems with their neighbors. Why? Why do you have problems with your neighbors? You must do something that attracts them to you to make trouble. And if you do have trouble, get out immediately and move somewhere else. Don't just sit there and cause problems and go to the barangay and keep complaining. Remember, you're a guest here, You want to be liked, you have to earn yourself to be liked here too. Be respectful, be kind. So anyway, I just thought I'd put those little few words out on this video today, Friday, which is Friday the 27th. It's not Friday for most of you probably, but we're one day ahead of you. So it'll be Saturday for me tomorrow after this vlog. But like I said, I don't monetize my vlog, and I just give out information that's important that you should know. Besides all the stuff you may see on the blogs that make it look so magical. Oh, they're having so much fun at the bars there, at Kokomo's, at the Hammer, at the Phillies bar, at this bar. They're all sitting there, they're vlogging and they're talking, and hey, it gets old, man. It gets old. They got nothing better to do. They need to hang around other expats to make them feel good. They need self-assurance, someone to validate them. I don't need anybody to validate me. I came here to retire and enjoy my life. And if I meet some expats that are friendly and we talk and have a good time, that's all I need. I don't need to be validated by another vlogger. No, I didn't come there for them. So enjoy your life. And remember, be smart, do your research, and be prepared when you come here to the Philippines. And if nobody said they love you today, I love you. Take it easy.